Periscope is a big traffic source that you can take advantage of today. 2 of 3. Read this before launching a scope. On Periscope, live broadcasts are called scopes. A scope is just a live stream you broadcast from whatever device you're using, such as your phone or tablet. You probably won't want to jump right into broadcasting, because you'll find out there's a lot of errors. You'll make many mistakes on your way through because you won't have any idea what you're doing. At least, not at first. For this reason, it's a good idea to do a little bit of planning before you begin. I wouldn't script everything from start to finish, because that could lead to a presentation that is stiff or unnatural. Instead, create a very basic outline, so you know before you begin what you're going to say. Next, you need to figure out where you're going to hold your scope. It needs to be in an area with good lighting, as well as a place where you won't be disturbed too much, and there won't be too many interruptions. Additionally, it's important to be certain the environment around you is clean and free of clutter that might look unprofessional. You may be using both the forward and rear-facing cameras on your device, so you'll want to be certain both views are acceptable for appearing on camera. You will also want to be certain you remember to give your elevator pitch, which is an introduction for people who don't know you. When you first get started, this is especially important, because almost no one will know you. Your elevator pitch should be something short and to the point. It should be professional but engaging. Here's an example. Hi, I'm Jessie Wilson, and I am an aerobics instructor and nutritionist. I've spent my life helping people take control over their lives and get in shape for better health, and I'm here to help you too. You can check out my website at jessiewilsonhealth.com and subscribe to my newsletter for great free tips to get in shape and get healthy. You can introduce yourself with your elevator pitch before you begin your broadcast. Once in the middle, just say, for those of you just tuning in recently, and continue with your elevator pitch, and once at the end when you sign off. That will help people get to know you, and it will hopefully get people to visit your site and act. Now let's look at how to create a Periscope broadcast, and what you should do during the broadcast to make the most of the time you're on the air. Be sure to pay close attention to the following topic on broadcasting. Broadcasting on Periscope. Now that you've learned a little bit about Periscope and what you should do before you create your first scope, it's time to get started broadcasting. Don't be nervous. People aren't expecting perfection. Just be yourself and enjoy the broadcast. To start a scope, you'll need to locate a button that looks like a camera lens with a red light behind it. Tap that to start a broadcast. That won't start the live feed quite yet. You'll need to enable the camera and microphone first. And, if you want to show your location while you broadcast, you'll want to enable location services. If you'd rather not show your location for safety reasons, you don't have to do this. Next, you'll be asked, what are you seeing now? That is where you enter the title of your scope. Keep 2 things in mind. 1, you can add emoticons, to your title to attract attention. Don't go overboard. Just add 1 or 2 at the beginning of your title, and maybe another 1 or 2 at the end. Something like stars or faces will work fine, or you can try to find something that relates to your topic. For example, let's say you're making homemade ice cream. You could add the ice cream cone emoji. Second, you should use a longer title. Short titles rarely get noticed, and scopes that forget to include a title almost never get watched. So, if you want to grab attention, try to make your title longer and descriptive. People can search for scopes, so you might want to include a few keywords in your title. For example, if you're making homemade ice cream, you might want to use keywords such as cooking, recipe, and ice cream in your title to help people find it. Before you start your scope, make sure you focus your camera on something interesting that relates to your scope. When you begin, it will start recording with the camera that faces away from you, so be sure you're pointing your device at whatever you want the broadcast to begin with. That will be your scope's thumbnail, and it will draw attention if it's a good one. So be sure you focus on something that relates to your topic. For example, a bowl of ice cream. During your broadcast, you might want to ask for hearts. Hearts are kind of like likes on Facebook. The more likes you get, the more your scopes will be viewed. People can give you hearts by tapping the screen during the scope. Be sure to tell them that, because many people don't know how to do it. Also, ask them to share the broadcast. On iOS, users can swipe right on the screen to share. On Android, users must swipe up. Ask people to share your scope, and make sure to ask them to share it on Twitter too. Don't forget to repeat your elevator pitch in the middle and at the end of your broadcast. Tomorrow you're going to learn what to do after your broadcast, and how to make the most out of the content you create on Periscope. Until then, please leave a comment below and follow us on your favorite social media site. Thank you.